Roads like I-205 are looking a lot better on Saturday than they did earlier this week. I spoke with a man named Joshua, who was one of the many stranded on the road for a long time Wednesday into Thursday. He said he spent more than 17 hours in his car and ultimately decided to abandon it on the side of the road.
An arborist on his commute home from Aloha, Joshua found himself caught in a mess.
There were buses and semis and cars just piled up on top of each other. So that ended up turning into like a 12-hour just parking lot.
He eventually made it to 84 and then 205.
I got stuck there. That was like another 5 hours or something. I just kind of gave up, and I parked my car on the side of the road and started to walk.
He made it back to his home in southeast Portland, only to return to his car on Friday, broken into and vandalized.
They had broken out that window and then went under the hood, and they tried to steal the car. That didn't work, so they tried to steal the battery and the computer. That didn't work, so they tried to rip out the fuses and the relays, and they tried to take the whole thing, and so they ripped out my wiring harness, and so they couldn't get that out, so then they stole everything, and then they just took an axe to like the whole entire engine bay and then into the interior of the car.
Joshua says the axe and the other work gear in the back seat was gone. Glass covered the inside, the front bumper and hood were broken, and the car wouldn't turn on. Overall, a discouraging situation.
I've thought it over a million times, like should I have moved the car somewhere else, but there was really no place to move it. Everybody was stuck.
Then Friday night, a friend with a truck stepped in to help.
48 hours later, now just getting the car home. Thanks to my buddy. Came all the way from Corvallis to help me. He was very nice and tied it up, and we towed it all the way home. So that was awesome. That was like a victory.
At this time, PPB has limited information about possible car prowls or vandalism post-snowstorm, but says these incidents are often reported later on, given the staffing and delays in response times for non-emergency calls. Joshua doubts he's the only victim.
I'm positive that there were other cars that this happened to, and I've had seen several other cars with their windows broke out or their wheels gone. I'm sure it happened to several other people. It wasn't just me.
In Portland, Alma McCarty, KGW News.